On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Jackson with a handoff. And it's out. He put it on the carpet. And it's picked up by the Cowboys.
Let's face it, everybody at the start of a game has a mental image of how they expected to go, and I think that was going exactly as they scripted it offensively. Moving the ball well, seemingly in control, and that fumble, that's got to be a little bit deflating, don't you think?
Yep, foiled the whole plan there, turned the ball over. First look at the Cowboys offense as Dak Prescott gets ready to guide them. They start on the ground with Elliott. And he's going to lose yardage here back at the 8. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stump that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Off the play fake, Prescott. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Buying time to his left. And they'll get to him short of the 1st down at about the 16. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
On to punt now, Anger as he boots this one away. Hamler now on the return. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Baltimore set to take over here for their 2nd possession of the game. They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Now it's Jackson. He'll check this down to Dobbins out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. Play action. It's Jackson. That's complete to the fullback, Ricard. They'll wind up getting just a yard. And it'll be 4th down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the 1st down. Now it'll be 4th and short.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. And that's off the right upright, and it bounces away no good. And this will remain a scoreless game.
Yeah, 55 yards is anything but a gimme. You've got to really concentrate on your leg swing and proper technique. This time, though, he's unable to convert.
2nd drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Throwing, Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. Nifty footwork at the 45. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. The Cowboys at 7-3 now on the year, and they've been in a great groove. Winners of 7 of their last 10 now on the year.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Prescott on first down. A dump off to Elliott. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him now over 3,000 yards passing on the campaign.
And Brandon, I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season, because right now, 4,000 is not out of the question. I think a big game or 2, he's certainly capable of getting that done.
Davis running left. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. They go again with Davis. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Prescott. Pass complete to Jalen Tolbert. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 14. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
From the red zone now, Prescott. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. We're scoreless after 1. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession from the 9, 2nd and 5. Oh, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. Ooh, with a juke. They got 5 through the air last play, now 5 on the ground. 1st and 10. Elliott will get about halfway there as he takes this from the 4 down to the 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Again, it's Elliott. And I don't think he got in. He did not. They mark him short of the goal line. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And Elliott trying to work his way forward, but it looks like he did not make it. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal. This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
And his kick is good. And the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would say, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. This one a little slow to get cooking. Just a 3-0 scoreline as they begin with a 1st and 10. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And some room to roam now. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Holding offense.
Well, that one hurts. That wipes away what would have been a big play.
Well, you and I both know coaches aren't real big on silver linings, but at least that play call was a successful one. Now the focus offensively, that goes to overcoming the penalty and making all that yardage back again.
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. Boy, the pursuit there, terrific from the linebacking core.
Oh, it certainly was, because so many times on an option play, you'll see a linebacker make a beeline for the quarterback and then zip, one cut, and he's grasping it air. But this time, he locked in on him the whole way, took an excellent angle, and his grasp came up with the quarterback.
And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. You know, thinking of this Thanksgiving Day game, Charles, for years we've heard the talk, why don't we open up these things? In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. And the defense coming through on third down, a loss of 7 to bring up fourth.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. The Ravens send their punter out now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. Prescott. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. Play fake. Here's Prescott. Catch is made. It's Schultz on the out route. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. 2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Flush to it, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Odafe Oweh showing off the pass rush skills.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways, and right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. How about 5 sacks last week? We just saw their first one of this game.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Prescott now. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Now Prescott. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss. A CD, you know, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
And they decided to go with the safety blitz there. And look, if that gets picked up, quarterback really has the advantage then because he'll have more time to throw the football and some wide open space. But when it doesn't, that's a guy who gets a free run into the backfield, and oftentimes the QB ends up on his backside as he did there.
And the next-gen stat's going to show just how much time he had to make a decision, and it's not much. 3 seconds, the final clocking. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that can put your team in some jeopardy?
He'll swing this out to Dobbins. Good strength, gets him a little extra and gets them some breathing room as he's tackled shy of the 10. From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he's going to have a Ravens first down as he gets this up past the 30.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Dobbins going to take the handoff on the option. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Jackson. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Jackson. And that will be incomplete. 4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. And that one came close to hitting the big scoreboard up there as the fair catch is made inside the 20-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return, and out will come the offense as they take over. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Prescott to Schultz there for the Cowboy first. To throw is Prescott. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. The first down screen pass, good for 5. Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37. Here's Prescott. Right back to his running back, Ezekiel Elliott. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. And again, it's Prescott. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum. He's got a man, complete. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Jackson now. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
So he missed his first attempt, remember, but this time he gets back on the bike and knocks it home.
Yeah, and sometimes that first one can really impact you moving forward. It can just stay with you too long and affect everything else you do during the game. In this case, though, able to shake it off. He's riding high again.
And the white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. And we will likely not see another play here as they take the knee and head into the intermission all tied. So we've hit halftime on Turkey Day here in Dallas. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon.
Past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the third quarter. All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. Out come the Cowboys now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. And we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee Wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go to the season. This is ours.
He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. Draw play, Elliott. Taken down at the 42. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. Prescott. He's got it complete to Tolbert. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage. So timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on it, and they pick up a first down.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. 10th carry now for Elliott. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Prescott now from the 50. A dump off for Davis. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. He'll get this to Elliott. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. And they won't try and pooch it. It's a fake. And this is caught. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. A big breakdown defensively there on the fake punt. Turns into a huge play and a first down.
I'm not sure that the surprise was that they actually faked it. That's classic territory to go ahead and do it. The surprise to me is that they were successful. I'm not sure the defense was really prepared.
And now they're going to keep the drive alive here. Really big play on the fake punt. So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Schultz. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. Prescott yet again. Steps away to his left. That's caught again by Schultz. And the Cowboys are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
They'll run. Here's Janovich, the fullback. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. On 2nd down, Elliott. They're held again, and do we have a goal line stand brewing? It's 3rd and goal. They'll try again. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott with career touchdown number 125, moving him into a tie with Walter Payton on the all-time list. And the Cowboys have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Extra point attempt to come here. And it is up. And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now. So that drive spans 13 plays. And it culminates in a touchdown run by Ezekiel Elliott. Fielded right around the 8. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And they'll have good field position here as he's out of bounds up at about the 34-yard line. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. Well, Charles, you and I said at intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored. Now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the second half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. Run the best plays you've got to the top performers you have and try to move that ball down the field for an answering score.
And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
Dobbins running out of the gun. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on second down and 11. Another run here with Dobbins. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On third down, Jackson. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. And Tucker, the former Longhorn, puts this one through. Well, I don't know if you ever go into a game expecting to attempt a kick of 62 yards. Charles, not only attempt it, but make it one of the longest kicks that we've ever seen.
Yeah, I'm not sure you ever go into a game expecting to kick one of this distance, but all the better kickers, they do dream of it. And they show what they can do in practice and convince their coaches to give them a chance. That one surely paid off.
So here are the Cowboys to take over. Their win streak at 6 coming in and counting as they've got the lead right now, beginning this drive 1st and 10. He'll get this out wide here to Elliott. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. To throw again on second down. Prescott. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. Now Prescott. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down. Here's Brian Anger now. On presumably to punt, though he did complete a pass earlier. And returning it, here's Hamler. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. And he'll be stopped at the 46, gain of 3. Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And that'll kick and go out of bounds just outside the 15 at the 16-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. We're on to the 4th here on Thanksgiving Day. We'll return with more after this break. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. They go to Elliott again. Shifts by him.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Here's Brian Anger now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down and close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. The field position game often so overlooked, but this offense is going to be backed up deep. What an ideal punt.
And now, this stage of the game, when they need the drive to try and put themselves in a position to win it, you talk about going the long field, the very long field. This could be a 99-yard drive if they're able to accomplish it.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Now Dobbins again on 2nd down. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This will be 3rd and 6. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the 1st. That'll go as a pickup of 8. So still backed up, but the situation not as dire now. 1st and 10 at the 14. Throwing is Jackson. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the 1st. Now it's Jackson. He's got a man, complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Give them 35 yards there on the third down conversion.
Well, this is where an offense needs to show what it's made of, and in fact, where a quarterback needs to show what he's made of, trying to engineer a fourth quarter comeback, and he hits a big one right there.
Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Now, here's the call. So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. It's just a 30-yard punt that time, no return. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. 42 yards rushing for him now on 17 carries.
I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he's got it down to the 28. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Again, it's Elliott. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down. Prescott. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Kenny Young in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down.
Even keeping the back end for extra protection on 3rd down, they still couldn't prevent the sack. Now it's 4th and long thanks to a terrific individual effort on defense.
And his kick here is good. And that'll open the lead up to a touchdown now at 13-6. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
Baltimore about ready to go on offense. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Now Jackson. He gets this one to Boyd. And he will have a Ravens 1st down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the 1st. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37. Now Dobbins again on 2nd down. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven 1st.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. To throw is Jackson. That's complete left side to Bateman. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Jackson from the shotgun. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
They go back to the ground with Dobbins. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Jackson's throw complete there to Bateman. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Forced out to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. Completes it to Samuel. Touchdown! Curtis Samuel with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. But we are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th quarter touchdown here, and we're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. All square now at 13-all as he sends this one away. Taken in at the 3. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Dallas offense set for this next drive. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get him 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a score to break this tie. Now Dak. Flushed out right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. A 20th carry here for Elliott. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. Here's Brian Anger now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. Good footwork at the 30. 46 yards on the boot. The coverage holds him to just 3 on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. The football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage, while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. A give up the middle to Dobbins. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Option play, and they'll hand to Dobbins. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And the Cowboys here on 3rd down bringing in an extra defensive back. They'll go again with Dobbins. And they're knocking on the door now as a good run there going to take this to about the 10-yard line. 111 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign. Inside of a minute to go now, 2 timeouts left, still in pretty good shape.
I think they're in excellent shape here if they use the timeouts judiciously and use the sideline as an additional timeout.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. 2nd down, ball on the 3. 1st down marker at the 1-yard line. A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th. So it's a pretty good season he's putting together running the football. That now 10 rushing touchdowns on the year.
And we know this is a passing league, and those numbers throwing the football, they seem to go up and up every year. But there's still something to having a reliable back you can count on in the red zone to bring things home for you. And that's what he's been doing all season long.
Tucker with the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This one taken just inside the 10. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. So Dak and the Cowboys down 20-13, 25 seconds remaining. Their long win streak in great peril as they come up 1st and 10. Finding Schultz, and he will get to the sideline here, but that a minimal gain at best. 3 yards, possibly 4. Prescott. He's going to let it fly. Oh, and that nearly ended it. That should have been intercepted, but he cannot corral it, and that is a lifeline there with 3rd down coming up. Here's Prescott. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And it took a big 4th quarter to do it, but they were able to get the job done, and that's the bottom line.
No doubt about it. And let's face it, they had to be more than nervous in the 4th quarter. But a lot of that was their own doing. I think you observed during the game, their energy level just didn't seem to be there. But